Athletes Unlimited showcases the world's volleyball elite, igniting the court with unparalleled talent from around the globe. With ever-rotating teams, 4 captains emerge weekly through a distinct scoring system. Individual brilliance shines, yet team victories reap irreplaceable rewards. Tonight, the Week 3 leaderboard solidifies, setting the stage for Week 4's chosen captains. Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN, presented by Aspiration. The second half of Season 3 begins tonight from Mesa, Arizona. Welcome back to the only individual volleyball championship in the world. We start your Monday night with Team Rosenthal taking on Team Hilly. Hey everybody, welcome in once again. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympian Holly McPeak. We'll have Olympian Key Michael on the sidelines in a few minutes. Holly, 2 teams that are looking for their first victory of the weekend. Tell me why each team wins. What do they need?
Well, first of all, we know that their left-siders carry most of the offense. So I think the key to this match is the right-siders. For Team Rosenthal, that's Nia Reed. And for Team Hilly, it's Willow Johnson. Those 2 players need to have big matches to help them score.
In your mind, who wins out?
Well, I'm on the fence, but I think it's going to be Team Hilly because of the defense.
All right, going with Team Hilly. Now, looking at our top 10 scoreboard, so much yet to be determined in this weekend as we set up Week 4.
Well, it's very close, and everyone's jockeying for those top 4 positions so they can be a captain. But wins are super important because you get the most amount of points, including your stat points. So you need those. You
mentioned how much of the offense is run through the left side. Brooke Nuneviller is going to be a critical cog on that left side for Team Hilly.
Well, she had 19 kills and 8 digs on Sunday night. She is so important, plays fantastic defense in the back row and finds ways to score, but she needs help.
Remember, she's going to pile up those points with defense as well. Now, Claire Chaussee on the other side, she is carrying a heavy load.
She certainly is. She had 14 kills Sunday. She was one of the MVPs on Friday. She's doing her job, but again, needs some help from the rest of her team. Kayla Caffey has been good in the middle for Team Rosenthal as well.
Stage is set. We have 2 matches on the evening. This is match number 1. Glad you're with us. Team Rosenthal will be on the right-hand side of your screen. Team Hilly on the left. Both teams coming in at 0-2 as you get a look at the starting lineups for both sides. Kayla Caffey gets the start in the middle for Team Rosenthal. First serve, and that is Sasa, Olympic gold medalist for Brazil, who will play along the back row primarily. Johnson right away, and there's that right side attack.
And Willow Johnson is a key part of the Sydney Hilly team. She's a big offensive threat. She hit for negative numbers on Sunday, so she needs to rebound and have a big match, and that's a good start.
Team Hilly start with a point off their own service. Chaussee, left side, tries to throw it. That'll be picked up by Sasa pretty easily. Willow Johnson again. So an effort to get Willow Johnson going right away. How about a third? Tip perfectly placed, but played up anyway. A charging Nomaris Velez Agosto. But the return is good from Team Hilly, so they take a lead 2-0. We have 44 world-class athletes spread across 4 teams. With that individual scoring system, and the top 4 will become captains. We have all those players fighting for a couple of spots remaining, and we draft new teams Tuesdays. That's tomorrow. Play Friday, Sunday, and today, Monday. Right side read, and right away, both teams are. Did they have a conversation or something with you, Holly McPeak?
I might have been sitting in the huddle.
Okay.
You didn't see me, but yeah, it's really important. Both teams know how important it is to establish that right side attack.
Kayla Caffey with the serve. Pretty good pass, and it's Johnson again, who's the primary offensive outlet early on, and that ball is long.
I feel like Team Hilly's gone a little too much to Willow Johnson to start. I like them starting there, but let's get Emma Willis involved out of the middle. She was able to score on her first swing.
And from Holly McPeak to Team Hilly to the screen in front of you.
Right? Am I being like announced over the loudspeaker? Because they're hearing me.
I didn't see if Team Hilly had an earpiece in, but maybe. Emma Willis, currently in La Jolla, California. We're doing some work sending cargo to the space station. Tight action, beginning of the first set, and this is how it all works when it comes to the scoring. About 40% of your points, 36, are going to come from your individual stats. Win points are going to be 60% of your overall, and MVP voting is going to add in on top of that. So team success matters above all.
Both teams looking for a win so they can obviously boost their point score and move up the leaderboard. This is a great opportunity for both teams.
Yeah, Team Hilly trying to recover. They were swept on Friday night. If you get swept, you're really down in the points for the whole weekend. That ball's poked through, and 2 one-handed stabs keeps it alive. Willow Johnson gets a quick swing. And the one-on-one stuff with Chaussee. That'll get you fired.
Love the defense. Kendall White made an incredible dig. She flew out of nowhere to keep it alive. And then Willow Johnson, solo block, gets out to that left pin and gets, well, here's the one-hand dive to keep it alive. And then Willow Johnson solo block at the end.
Right back, same matchup. Johnson to the back row this time. Hilly front row. And cannot be handled in the back row. Team Rosenthal ties this once again.
And Team Rosenthal working that right side attack.
So Claire Chaussee steps back to serve, and she has been carrying an unbelievable load. Leads the league in attack attempts. She's second in total receptions. Backslide kill, Karis Watson, who is in place of Danielle Hart, who is out for the remainder and questionable for next week. We'll see how Danielle Hart is feeling.
Karis Watson has been very good out of the middle. She played her college ball at Clemson.
Maria Schlegel, number 26, will be the backup middle tonight for Team Hilly. That's where we have the emergency middle. Tip thrown, defense this time from Johnson. And Lukes gets that one through the block just well enough. Katie Lukes, when everything is in rhythm, incredibly powerful.
Yeah, she's able to work off the outside hand of Childress, the right side blocker for Team Rosenthal. They like to run her fast so she can operate through the seams and the blockers are late.
Lukes is splitting time with Sasa. You'll see Sasa across the back row. You'll see Lukes across the front row. A little passing support and a break for Lukes. Not quite in an opposite role there, as an opposite does not have passing responsibilities, but 3 rotations worth of passing responsibilities for the one-time USD star as Captain Jenna Rosenthal steps to serve. And that ball popped over by Sydney Hilly. Let's take a look again, a look at the leaderboard as it was coming in. There's a lot at stake here. Top 4 are going to be captains. Bethany Dela Cruz is not here. She'll be back for Sunday. She is not going to be a captain. So the question is, 4 through 8, separated by just 79 points.
Incredible. I mean, this is a great opportunity to have a big night and move up into that top 4, excluding Betty De La Cruz.
Could it be that Claire Chaussee gets a shot at her first opportunity to be a captain, or Allie Linehan said, I didn't really enjoy the process, but hey, if you play well enough, you get another shot to be better at the process. Might end up as captain again. We could have Saskia Hippe as our first-time captain, the opposite position. So a lot to be decided tonight. And then in our second matchup between 2 undefeated teams, and Team Henson, Team Edmond. Ari Cruz and Team Rosenthal. Cruz coming off a night where she hit 0, the normally quite efficient number 24 in purple. Tip thrown back by Kayla Caffey. What a dig by Nunneviller. Roll shot, and oh, that sometimes is worse when the block gets a touch.
Well, Ari Cruz went off the hand of the block to the middle of the court, just went away from the right back defender, Willow Johnson, who is chasing that ball.
Willis successful again. You wanted a little bit more with 54.
I do. I like the middle attack. It's a high percentage ball, and especially when Hilly's in the front row, you have to use both your attackers. Nunneviller delivers a perfect pass, and then Hilly pushes it out to that right pin. Block is late to stop it.
Of course, every action has a positive or negative impact on your own personal score. Service errors are -8, and Captain Sydney Hilly will get -8 for that particular shot into the net. I think we have a little uniform repair going on.
Uniform malfunction.
Never know when you might need some scissors. I have a button that fell off. Can anyone help me with that?
I don't have my sewing kit with me. Otherwise, I could.
Cruz down the line, hitting Luke's perfect pass. And that one, what happened with the connection there with Emma Willis?
They did not connect. The hand contact from Willis, the middle attacker, not there. I like the pass by Katie Lukes, but Hilly and Willis talking about that connection.
That ball is out of bounds. Team Hilly and Team Rosenthal continuing to battle in this tight first set. Look at Sydney Hilly, an outstanding college career at Wisconsin. Of course, Wisconsin stepping into the fold, becoming an NCAA national champion during her career. That ball is cut cross body by Kayla Caffey.
I think Kayla Caffey has been a surprise player, not only offensively, but defensively. She's an undersized middle, won a national championship at Texas. Watch her drive coming in front of the setter, cross body away from Willis. I like that attack for Team Rosenthal.
Went from a right side battle to a middle battle.
And I like both of those attack points helping the left side pins who carry most of the offense for both teams.
Okay, so you like getting away from the left side right now, figuring the left side will get enough work eventually.
Yes, a little more balance.
Okay. Willis trying to hit a free ball. Cruz, after playing it, questioning whether it was in. Chaussee blocked by Watson.
Defense the key in transition. Team Rosenthal able to pick this up. They push it outside, but look at that block. Willow Johnson setting it up.
Yeah, I like how far that block was inside the pin. Watson again, back to back for number 48.
Here's Watson going right and left and dominating, owning the net for Team Hilly in blue.
First season for Karis Watson. She's been in, she's been out, but when she's been in, she's been impactful. I think her stock has to be on the rise. Chaussee tries to throw, doesn't work again. The soft stuff is not going down. Collision there, Nomaris Velez-Agosto and Alicia Childress. Reed getting everything she can on it, and that is a souvenir.
I love that set by Alicia Childress for Team Rosenthal, using the long string set, not going to the predictable Claire Chaussee on this free ball, pushing it all the way behind her so Nia Reed can score on the right.
Tip, touched by Rosenthal, charged under, and a second swipe at it, gets it for Johnson.
Willow Johnson scoring on the second attempt. Nomaris Velez-Agosto flying in from the back row to keep that ball alive for Team Rosenthal in purple.
Chaussee this time, a little push, an edge, and down. And I believe we had an illegal crackback block earlier, Holly McPeak. I don't know if this call goes against Nomaris Velez-Agosto or Alicia Childress.
Ooh. A crackback block?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well, you had to tune in for football last night.
Oh,
or
okay.
this evening.
Okay. Karis Watson again scoring behind the setter. She is not only providing defense, but offense. And now Team Hilly 15-12 in this first set.
Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is sponsored by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited. Team Hilly is ahead 15-12, but it is not over yet. For Sydney Hilly, it might be a little bit of a blast from the past. She's facing off against two of her teammates from last week, which were her top performers. One of them, Kayla Caffey, who still happens to be the top blocker and the top blocker per sets ratio in the tournament. But she's also facing off against Claire Chaussee. That was one of her hot hands. I went over and spoke to Claire Chaussee. What's the difference about being on Team Rosenthal versus Team Hilly? Well, she said Sydney's going to feed her hot hand. She then sweetly looked at me to make sure I knew what that meant. I assured her that I do. I then went on to talk to her a little bit about the pipe and the big, just to confirm I know what I'm talking about. But why haven't we seen as much back row attack out of Claire Chaussee this week? Well, she said, I'm on Team Rosenthal. When we get a good ball, it goes to the middle. I guess that's the luck of being a captain, you would say.
Different options. Setters are different. Team captains are different. And you shift it every week. Becomes its own puzzle every Tuesday. Holly McPeak.
In a different philosophy for each captain. But obviously, setting the middles, that's a high percentage attack out of the middle if you can control the first contact.
That was Olympian Holly McPeak just now. And you heard from Olympian Key Michael. I'm Kevin Barnett.
Also an Olympian.
True story. It is an all-Olympian telecast for you this evening. Oh, nice defense from Lukes, but a second ball cannot be played.
Cruz able to score inside the block. Lukes picks it up, but doesn't control it well enough for her teammates to play it up.
And Ari Cruz could be an important factor for Team Rosenthal. Ari Cruz coming off a 6-kill, 6-error on 30 performance. Very much not what Ari Cruz is used to doing, the international star and Olympian herself. This place is just lousy with Olympians.
Alicia Childress, the right side blocker for Team Rosenthal, needs to be over the net quick with her hands to slow down Lukes.
What do you do if you have an infestation of Olympians? Who could get rid of them?
Why would you want to?
That's a good point.
How about Claire Chaussee seeing the middle open, flying out of the back row. Good kill for Team Rosenthal.
So just wondered where that big attack might be, and here it is.
And here it is. Again, Claire Chaussee heard it, sees the block hanging, goes right over her in the middle.
Another good pass. Rhythm offense and power left side. Lukes.
Katie Lukes, number 15 in blue, likes it fast to that left pin. And Team Rosenthal in purple, they're not getting out there quick enough with their hands over the net to shut it down.
So Lukes was 5 kills, 3 errors on 24 last evening. That's 083 as that ball is just wide right. Carried at the last moment. You were talking about the need for the right-siders to get on track. It was also a need for the left-siders on both teams, both experiencing kind of some pin issues. But right now, the pins are working. Ari Cruz, perfect position and good move. Johnson, dig, run through. Lukes could not get enough. Willis with the kill.
Loving the transition to Emma Willis right there. Use those middles if you're Team Hilly.
All right, we're cheering for middle, so we have Shelly Fanning.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Oh, okay.
And Shelly, I see you peeking in. You got to keep tabs on what's going on. Tell me about your experience with this group this weekend.
This team has been awesome. I'm actually about to sub in to serve, but it's been really fun playing with this group of girls. They're just so talented, so it's really cool being surrounded by great athletes who work hard and have fun while we do it.
What's been the focus for your team to beat Team Hilly today? What are you guys focused on?
We're focused on serving tough. We want to attack outside of their block.
All right, well, we're going to watch and see if you can execute that as you go to serve.
Yes.
Thanks, Shelly.
Thank you so much.
Shelly Fannin is going to go in just a second if her team can side out and get to 19-16 as they trail right now by 4. And yes, they can, courtesy of Claire Chaussee. And so 97 will check in right now for Kayla Caffey.
Let's see if she can follow the game plan.
Our leaderboard is updating live at all moments, adding pluses and minuses. See there the +2 for Chaussee going in. +8 diving in there for Chaussee, and she's moving up.
And Willow Johnson scoring from the right side, high, flat, off the hands for Team Hilly.
Willis back to serve. Now serving tough. You could pick up an ace. You could pick up an error. Or 5 for a dig. Set over is good. No. Nomara's under it. Eventually called down, and no argument from Team Rosenthal.
How about the dig by Emma Willis? She's a middle blocker, but comes into that left back position and digs Rosenthal one-on-one at the net. What a defensive play.
It's one of those things I noticed. I think the middle defense is much improved over the college level. Just the increased reps that the middles are finally getting, as that ball is hit cross court by Nuneviller.
I agree. I think middle blockers, starting in the college game, they've upped their service level and the way they play defense, taking pride in playing back row and helping his team score points. Look at Nuneviller, really sharp angle from the left side.
That conversion has pushed Team Rosenthal to take their first timeout of this set, now trailing 22-16. Team Hilly pushing at just the right moment, and they're outside. Brooke Nuneviller delivering both defensively and, in this case, offense for the captain, Sydney Hilly.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. And just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
To be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Nuneviller uses the block to finish.
Nuneviller wins it.
I'm at my best when I'm having fun with my teammates. I'm still very competitive, but I used to be very, very competitive. And the older I get, like, the more I embrace, like, the love and the fun of the sport, just because it becomes more serious, like the higher level that you're getting. And so I just think that when I'm playing my best and I'm having fun, I'm with my teammates and we're enjoying and we're celebrating every point.
Nuneviller from a volleyball family. Mom coached at Arkansas back in the day when Brooke was young, and then director of recruiting here for a club in Arizona. And living here. As look at the top outside hitters, and this is by stat points, Holly McPhee.
Well, I like that. It shows how they've been able to score for their teams, and these are the top 4 performers. Leah Edmond has been amazing. We know Betty De La Cruz has the defending champion, and then Brooke Nuneviller and Claire Chaussee, both rookies in the league.
And that's Bethany De La Cruz with -2 matches compared to everybody else. Watson smartly played. Johnson tried to throw it over Velez Agosto. It did not happen. More defense from Willis. No one's on the left side. This has to go right side. Hilly pushes it. Nuneviller throws it, and it's dug. Chaussee down the line, winner.
Alicia Childress pushing that ball in transition to Chaussee, who's able to end that long rally.
Check in with Key Michael.
Well, I went over to chat with Kara Swanson, who, as you mentioned, her stock might be rising. I think she's doing a fantastic job. But I say, hey, you got 2 blocks already. What are you thinking about? She said, yeah, just my eye work, keeping the other team out of system, going low and tight. But more than anything, just staying calm.
All right, stay calm. I like that. And we're going to see if we can get Key Michael to talk to anyone who's not a middle. That ball popped up. That ball blocked. I think that's going to be Nuneviller with the stuff.
How
I know that Key Michael wants to give it to Karis Watson, but I think that one went to Brooke Nunaviller. We need to get an official ruling. Key Michael, are there any non-middles, or do you not see them?
I don't see anyone on the court that's not a middle. Can you point one out to me?
The woman serving? No?
It's a middles world. You're just living in it.
It's Team Hilly's world here in the first set.
Certainly is. It's been all about the defense. Look at the fight to keep this ball alive. Childress goes behind, and Brooke Nunaviller, good footwork to get out. Disciplined press over the net, able to slow down Jenna Rosenthal.
2 points away, Team Hilly, from just their second set victory on the weekend. They were swept on the opening night, and then they lost to Team Edmond after winning the first set. They lost 2-1 in an overall score of 72-60. And our action last night is that ball is blasted on the inside crossplay and little X1, and we are to a set point for Team Hilly.
And Team Hilly, they spread the offense around, but now back-to-back kills from Nunaviller.
And Nunaviller, 3 kills now on 7 attempts. An outstanding first set for the Oregon Duck and Arizona native. Through the block, good bounce, no second contact. So second opportunity here for Team Hilly to close it. Remember how important these points are every time you rally with some points when you're trailing, especially in that first set, almost equally so in the second. You are setting yourself up for the possibility to take the overall.
And Team Hilly has led this entire set.
It was close, though. In the early stages, we had a number of ties. We got to 9-7. And now a little bit of an extension since the 15-12 technical timeout. Team Rosenthal was trailing, and now they've used their second timeout at 24-19. For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, Aspiration has committed to planting 10 trees. Headed into this week, we had 700 trees planted or committed thanks to Aspiration's support. The Aspiration Aces program throughout Athletes Unlimited volleyball. We've talked about the draft and how it works. You get to draft on Tuesday if you are the captain. So there are 5 total drafts taking place on each Tuesday before the following weekend's action. Leaderboard, it's the top 4 who become the captains. It's a snake format, meaning you're 2 picks on either end as we go back and forth. And the captains are considered the first 4 picks. That's why you start with the 4th place getting pick number 1. 40 selections, 44 players.
Yeah, and it depends on what your position is as the captain, how you want to build the team around you. Obviously, if you're a libero, you need a setter, you need a ball control player, or block, depending on what you need.
And we wondered how a libero would do, and the answer is exceptional. Team Hens, for the second week in a row, undefeated to tonight. They're in our second match, taking on Team Edmond. And Morgan Hens overall 8-0 in the league this year, her second year with Athletes Unlimited. First-year star Brooke Nunaviller is off to a good start here, coming off a fine performance last night.
Yeah, she's been impressive. We knew her defense would be a factor in the backcourt, but she's also been able to score, moving the ball around the court, and plays an important role in serve receive as well.
And that was the block that Key Michael tried to give to Karis Watson. Quite obviously, a +12 on the outside for Brooke Nunaviller. Speaking of Key Michael, where are you, Key?
I was just in the purple huddle, had to have a listen in. It was Mia Robinson doing most of the talking, saying, at least we're making them earn their points. Keep doing that. I think they're struggling in a couple of areas, but positive in the purple timeout, that's for sure.
Positive purple. The Grapes of Wrath trying to hold off this set. And did it drop in the corner? Yes, it did. A service. The captain doing it herself.
Jenna Rosenthal going all the way from corner to corner deep. Looked like it might drop out, but finds the court.
24-20. What you do in set 1 echoes in set 3. Reed with a dig. Back row Chaussee into the net, and the first set is over. They scrapped and clawed a couple of points back before the end. How much that will matter when we get to the third set, we will see. Team Hilly wins the first set for the second time in successive evenings. Can they get their first win of the year, or will Team Rosenthal rally early offense came from Willow Johnson. And Team Hilly finishes with the win. 25-20, they lead.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Third, the throw home. Got her!
Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited. Team Hilly took down Team Rosenthal 25-20 in the first set, and we have more volleyball coming your way. Have a look at this clip from last night. 3 pancakes in a row, which made me think there might be a couple of terms that you do not know if you're not a volleyball fan or if you don't tune in a lot. One of them being pancake. That basically means when a team lays out or a player lays out to pick that ball up. We got 3 of them in a row last night. A couple other terms I have for you. Pepper, when 2 players take the ball and play back-to-back volleyball. Shank, another one. It's not to do with the metal detector. It's when you don't pass a ball directly where it's meant to go. Tool, when you're hitting, you go off the block. Has nothing to do with gardening. Chicken wing, that's when you get one arm just like this, keep the ball up. Kong, to do with Kong blocking. Butter, that's when the set is absolutely perfect and smooth out of the setter's hands. Rainbow, that's a really high serve, like a lollipop arc. Dime, that's when that pass is right on the money to your setter. 6-pack, that's when you get a ball in the face, has nothing to do with abs. Stuffed turkey, this one thing, Thanksgiving dinner, when that ball just goes straight back down. And I had 2 terms that I have never heard before that I wanted to ask Kevin if he knows them. Rufio and skunk. If you've ever heard them before, can you please explain?
Rufio, I don't know what Rufio is. I mean, skunk has to be when you beat somebody with a 0. That would be skunking someone,
that's
wouldn't
skunking.
it?
That's what
Okay.
I know.
I've never seen a skunk. I've seen a 25-2
Yeah.
or a 25-3. I've never seen a 25-0 that I can think of. What is that? Rufio? Is this from somewhere else in the world besides the United States?
Rufio basically means when somebody, do you remember the movie Hook? When they were chanting, Rufio, Rufio. It means when they're trying to get somebody to attack really aggressive. I've never heard it before. I thought you might have.
Who made that? Someone from Hook?
I don't even know that
think
movie.
Peter Pan.
No, if it's a movie reference, we've lost Holly McPhee.
Automatically.
I like it. Okay.
Well, there you go. There's your volleyball jargon for the day.
Six-pack, yeah, when you get one in the face and you six-pack somebody, the old thing on the beach was that you then had to go buy them a six-pack.
If they hit you in the face, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Correct.
Yes, and then now there's a rule that you have to go buy some beverages if you get skunked in the four-man games on the beach that are still played to this day by some of the legends and the young stars all on the same court. If you go to Manhattan or Hermosa Beach on vacation or whatever, you can see those four-man games being played. We're playing six-woman volleyball here at Athletes Unlimited from Mesa, Arizona. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympians Key Michael and Holly McPeak. And we're watching set number 2 take shape and is now underway. 25-20 was the victory for Team Hilly. The women in blue in set 1. Nunneviller, yes, got just enough to go deep on that one. And Brooke Nunneviller has her 4th kill. First set she had 3. Katie Lukes had 3. And good start for Katie Lukes. 3 for 4 in that first set. Some good signs for Team Hilly in the pin play.
Yeah, Team Hilly's defending really well, and they're able to attack back. You see Nunneviller just finding that corner. Doesn't put a ton of heat, but finding open court.
Quick in the middle of Watson, and she gets a kill. Speaking of impactful performances, Karis Watson, 2 stuff blocks to go along with 2 for 3 kills in that first set. So she's now 3 of 4. And you might want to put her on your fantasy team, auprosports.com/fantasy. You can go ahead and play every single night that we have games. More good defense, right side. Johnson looking up, cutting inside. Was that supposed to be a bick? It ended up being one from Rosenthal, but it's hit just long, and Team Hilly 3 to skunk.
Well, that was an out-of-system play for Team Rosenthal, and Rosenthal, the middle blocker, put up a big set. Why not?
Chance to go up 4-0. A two-handed set over. That's something people have just begun to do in the last few years.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. If you can get your feet to the ball, take a swing, but I like the location where Willow Johnson put it.
So you're tired of watching Kentucky, is that what you're saying?
Who?
Kentucky. Craig Skinner's team is the one that most often goes to that play in the collegiate game.
I have not seen that, and I've had them several times this year.
Oh, I have a compilation of them doing it.
Interesting.
I'll be speaking to Craig this week. Yeah, they're playing at LSU on Friday. That'll be on ESPN.
I've had them twice, and I have not seen that. I've seen other teams do that, but not them.
I've seen Brooklyn DeLay do it about 10 times. Team Hilly, 4-1. Team Rosenthal on the board. And on the board further, doubling up with that impactful swing.
Jenna Rosenthal scoring points from the back line. Again, a middle blocker taking pride in scoring when she's serving.
Had that coffin corner ace right at the end of the first set, and they're generating the overpass. And another ace, so 2 aces now for the captain, number 16, and she's going to find her way up the leaderboard at number 10 right now, and she will be bumping up. She's a little bit behind Nunneviller now after that nice first set from Brooke.
And serving into traffic between Watson and Nunneviller. Now everyone talking about it, making sure they're communicating responsibilities in serve receive.
Little delay there, smartly done to kind of cut the momentum. Rosenthal will go back and reset, go through her pre-service protocol. Tip and the reach back by Caffey has the ball go over the top of Reed.
Nia Reed flying in to dig that ball, and yeah, Kayla reaching took it away from her.
Should you do that as a blocker?
Well, sometimes it works,
okay.
But if you're going to touch it, you got to throw it up in the air.
So if you're going to do it, make a good contact.
Correct.
All right. Johnson blocked. Caffey, Chaussee combination. 5-4.
And Kayla Caffey continues to impress defensively in the middle. One of the leaders in blocks. Really nice eye work to see that this ball's going out in transition. Watch her, she knows it's going backside, and she gets there and closes the block to Chaussee.
There's a swing down the line for Nunneviller.
Brooke Nuneviller identifying Childress sneaking up behind the block and then just going deep line.
So I've seen a lot of conservative play on the pins. Players not trying to hurt themselves with mistakes, but there's got to be a balance with aggression. How have you felt the balance has been for the outside hitters? Are they being too conservative or too aggressive early?
Well, I feel like the rhythm offensively for Team Rosenthal to their pins, specifically Chassé, has been a little off. They have not been able to put Chassé in a lot of positions to score. But Nunneviller's moving the ball around the court.
All right, Nuneviller moved the serve around there and generated the overpass. And then an ace trickled over the top. Same combination we just saw from Jenna Rosenthal, and now it will be a +12 for Brooke Nuneviller.
3 aces for Brooke Nuneviller.
Another tough one down the line. No help from Sydney Hilly.
Childress to Caffey in the middle. Good combination there. Team Rosenthal needs to get their offense going. They're hitting .180 so far in this match.
Luke's trying to hit out of the bad pass. Get another shot at it inside the block. Nomaris with the dig. Luke's blasted again. It's Augusto, not this time. Could not get that one to go vertical as it travels out.
And Team Hilly just attacking in transition.
Luke's hitting right around 600 here into our second set. That's good news for Team Hilly. Chassé, smartly done, and it pays off with a middle attack. Good direction from Claire Chassé in the back row.
And Alicia Childress and Kayla Caffey connecting really well on that set. The confidence between setter and middle attacker is so important, especially if you want to use them in transition, finding that rhythm.
Caffey's 3 of 5. National champion at Texas. Part of that super team last year. Looking for a touch. Luke's asking, not getting it. I saw no spin on that ball.
Nope. You have to get on top of that ball with your hand. Top spin drives it into the court.
Childress underneath it. That ball's gonna be tight to the net. And it will hit the antenna off of Nia Reed. Attempting to knuckle that one in. We're going to have to work on the beach game.
Well, speaking of pancakes, there's a beautiful one there from Team Rosenthal, but they can't score off of it.
Did you bring pancakes today, or do you have a salad?
Well, neither. A chicken wrap today. Look at Childress flying in from right back to dig that ball.
Nuneviller, defense. Oh, Lukes gets blocked. Reed with the stuff.
Nia Reed is a huge block for Team Rosenthal, and she, with her captain, putting up a wall on the right side defensively against the left side from Team Hilly, which is Katie Lukes. Ooh.
This time Reed with the defense behind the block. Chassé out of the back row. And a net violation is going to take away that playable dig. Holly McPeak coming in, you had mentioned how important the opposite play was going to be for either side. Willow Johnson currently has 4 kills on 17 attempts, efficiency of 120. On the other side, Nia Reed has 2 kills on 12 attempts, efficiency of 0. So neither team has gotten going.
No, and they both tried to establish the right sides early, but just have not gone back to them. I feel like Reed's having a big impact defensively on that right side, but can be a more offensive tool for Team Rosenthal.
You can follow us at AU Pro Sports across all of social media. Make sure and be a fan of the game. Get updates on what is happening in the league and across sports. So what would you do here, Holly McPeak, if you are one of the captains or if you're the setter, which you were? how would you get the middle going, or pardon me, the opposites going?
Well, it's about balance and being aware of what's available and running all of your attackers. They started right side, started middle, and now going left side heavy.
And you said you liked it that they were not going to the left side early.
Yeah, because you want to establish your other hitters to hold the middle blockers on the other team so they don't know where it's going every time and they're not so predictable offensively.
Were you a repeat setter? If you had someone that made a mistake, would you go right back to them?
Well, I looked for matchups first, and then second I went to my hot hitter. And I liked going back, give my hitter confidence that I believed in them.
Okay. But first, you're looking for a good matchup at the net. So when you say a good matchup, what are you cycling through? What are you seeing on the other side?
Usually you look for a smaller blocker or a blocker who's slow, and you want to make them work and use speed to go the other direction to create one-on-one opportunities for your hitter.
Okay. Good opportunity here, again, off the service of Emma Willis. Beautiful set, delivery to the outside, dug by Sasa. Ari Cruz is all over that. 2 Olympians with digs, back-to-back plays. Another dig for Cruz. Chaussee takes an aggressive cut. Good long rally. Johnson. Yes.
And now Team Hilly able to use Willow Johnson again on the right side. They've established their left side, going back to the right side. Willow Johnson trying to get those numbers up. This is out of system play, a back bump set from your middle blocker, and it scores for Team Hilly.
Test of VO2 max in that last rally. Amanda Biller again, this time off the net. Doesn't matter. Number 2 being aggressive.
Team Rosenthal struggling to get Claire Chaussee in positions to score. A lot of times she's just throwing the ball over the net or half speed, not in full rhythm offensively.
Team Rosenthal perhaps not doing the math properly or just having had enough. It would have been the technical timeout at 15. Instead, Team Rosenthal burns their first. They're trailing by 4 in this set, but 9 overall. Karis Watson playing a huge role.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me. To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice, but only when you use it.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Second set action, 39-30. Team Hilly with the overall lead on a 4-point advantage here in this second set. Gives us an opportunity to go into the action with the Air National Guard and Kendall White.
Oh my. I won! Yes! Ah! Good job! Good job, Sid. Hey, beautiful block setup. Nice touches. Middle back row. Middle back row. Heavy flow. I'm going to swing left. Ivor short. Come in. Watch that tape, Karis. Tip, tip. Yeah! Let's go, Willow! Good job! Yes, Willow! Everything you touch is gold, baby. Pass it all. Good job. Nice. But let's keep covering. We're doing a great job of swinging high and a great job of beating the block there. But let's keep covering. Let's not be surprised. But keep it up. Stay on them here. Hell yeah.
Hype woman Kendall White.
That's what I was just thinking. Love the communication, and obviously, as the defensive player, you want to help your hitters, give them calls, cover, make things happen.
Trying to make something happen here. Team Hilly in the second set, carrying a lead. Rosenthal pass back slide over the top, dug by Sasa. All right, Karis Watson gets a hold of that. She's having a wonderful impact here. 4 of 5, 2 blocks, 2 assists. But that point goes to Team Rosenthal. As we bring in the emergency middle, Maria Schlegel. How was the warm-up here, Maria, if you're going to play some middle in this one?
Yeah, well, we have 2 middles, and I was just like, okay, guys, I'm ready with whatever the team needs. So I was also warming up so we could, you know, face it in another, like, not for the first time in the match if it's needed, but until now, no needs. Let's wish that keeps going like this.
Have you ever spent any time in the middle?
Yeah. I play, like, my start of my as professional career was as a middle blocker, actually. And also I've been 2 years in national team as middle blocker. So, but it's a long time ago. It's like 5 years or 6 years that I'm not playing as middle.
Oh, that ball nearly an ace chased down from your side.
Yes.
Almost had the points right away.
She goes for it.
And a little X1 action inside, dug by Reed. Both teams going back row a fair amount.
Ooh.
Johnson covered, Sasa runs it.
This team is fighting. Let's go. Oh, that was out?
That ball called out.
That was out?
That's your point? Yes, no?
The referee doesn't know. The referee doesn't know.
The indication was initially to Team Rosenthal, back to Team Hilly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're into it from the sideline. What are you watching when you're over there? How are you staying involved?
So, for example, in the first set, I was just like seeing a little bit if I would be in, what I would change from the side. So I was like, for example, with Sasa, I told her like, hey, stay 1 step back for defend the Nia, or like cover back because we are all too close. So we could go like play in 6, like play in 6 will be middle back. Just stay a little deeper. So just like trying to see something that is actually helpful, because sometimes from inside and outside you see different things, and just like I give the information to my teammates and just like trying to help as I can.
All right, well, thank you for giving us some information. We'll try not to steal you too long. Send you back to Team Hilly. Thanks, Maria.
Thank you.
All right, Maria Schlegel is the backup middle now. Did you ever play any middle, Holly?
Never. I was outside hitter in 7th grade, and that was about it.
Checking in for Team Rosenthal, in comes Lindsay Stalzer, and she will be at the opposite position. So they're still looking for a solution at that spot. It might be Stalzer, the high-flying veteran. And just like that, she got an immediate opportunity. Roll shot is good for Chaussee. Key Michael, what's going on over there with Team Rosenthal?
Well, every once in a while, I listen to Kevin Barnett when he asks questions. So I went over to Jenna Rosenthal and asked her immediately, hey, why'd you take this timeout at 14-10, knowing that you'd get one at 15 if you waited? She said, I had to take advantage of it, trying to slow down the momentum. If I take it now versus wait, it could be the difference between a 3-point spread and a 5-point spread. I'm not going to wait for things to come to me. The same goes on court. You got to go and get it if you want it.
That's a good life philosophy.
Agreed.
Wise
words from Jenna Rosenthal.
Karis Watson out of the middle for Team Hilly. She has been so impressive. I talked about right sides being an impact. Karis Watson has been a huge impact for Team Hilly today.
Chaussee. Chip shot. Right side. Claire again. Claire Chaussee off the block. Stalzer tries to drive it. That ball was a little bit low. That ball is a little bit too high. No touch called. We have not had a challenge in this match.
Claire Chaussee very confident there was a touch on that ball, turning it down the line.
So now we have had our first challenge, looking for a touch on that attack from Claire Chaussee on the right side, looking for a block touch on Team Hilly. And you're on the hook here, Holly McPeak.
Oh, I am. Not quite sure I see finger contact. Katie Lukes is the blocker in front of her, but ooh, I did see right hand.
You did?
Little finger action.
Are you watching the same screen I'm watching?
Yeah, I saw a little right hand finger action by Katie Lukes.
Okay. Let me scrutinize this here. I don't see anything there.
You don't?
Nope. I see the ball passing, but I don't see her fingers at any point left bent back.
Little tiny, no? Well, we've got one of the best referees in the business reviewing, so let's see what she sees.
Yeah, Patty Rolfe over there reviewing, longtime international referee. Katie Meyer, our R2 for this one. They will flip for our second match. Remember, that's coming up at 9:30 Eastern. Our next matchup features Team Edmond and Team Hentz. 2 undefeateds on the weekend. You do not want to miss that matchup. As Morgan Hentz, now in her second week as a captain, second week we've ever had a libero as captain, is undefeated for the entire year. She has an 8-0 record. Does she go to 9-0 headed to week 4?
It's really hard to tell after watching that replay.
Well, this challenge is slightly faster than the challenges you were experiencing last night.
Oh my goodness, yeah, unfortunately. Sometimes the challenges last a little bit longer and delay the game.
No touch.
No touch.
Plus 12 for Kevin, negative 12 for Holly McPeak.
Yep. I'm moving down the leaderboard.
Yeah. One day you'll catch Key Michael after last night. She had a rough night.
Oh, was she down in the negatives?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
Key was going to be captain, and then by the end of the night, no.
Oh, no.
Stalzer. See how she does at that opposite position here. It's the third player to play opposite for Team Rosenthal in this year as they close down the lead to within 2. We'll take a quick look at our official leaderboard, not that fake announcer leaderboard we were just talking about. Leah Edmond, who will be in action tonight along with Morgan Hentz. They are leading. The question is the race for those other 2 spots. De La Cruz will not be a captain this next week. Thumping wrist away. Kayla Caffey. You mentioned that connection, setter, middle hitter.
Yeah, Alicia Childress very confident getting that ball to Kayla Caffey. The speed in the arm of Kayla Caffey, able to score. Look at her turn that ball wrist away. Love it.
Since Jenna Rosenthal called that timeout, it has been a run for Team Rosenthal. And it may not be over, but it at least has achieved a tie.
Purple has not led either set. Pushing for that right now late in the second set.
We had 5 ties in the first set. They could never get over the hump. Tough serve. Is it done with an ace? No. Willow Johnson's going to scramble to get back in the right back. Back in the middle once again. 2 kills in this rally, and since the timeout, Team Rosenthal leads.
And that's Childress making good decisions to feed her hot hitter in the middle.
Keep an eye on that overall now as we cross over to the waning moments of set 2. It is 42-38. The overall lead for Team Hilly. The 7-1 scoring run by Team Rosenthal has them with a second set advantage. Childress, easy pickup. Chaussee was not ready. Cruz inside the block, but wide. An overrule called, so called out by the linesman. And Katie Meyer overrules it.
Let's watch this sharp angle inside Kendall White. Looks like it gets the line.
That is the way you do it. The timeout was called at 14-10, Rosenthal trailing. And they have gone on a 9-3 rough shot run to go to 19-17. And the overall lead is getting closer. That gives us a chance to go into the action with the captain, Jenna Rosenthal.
Are sharks herbivores? I don't think so.
What herbivores?
Sharks. She's the sharks, we're the grapes, but
Sharks eat grapes.
sharks don't eat grapes, I feel like, so I think so, right.
Got it.
Low! Yes! And about that slide, especially since Willow's done the D, I'll keep shading over. I'm trying to stay neutral and only think about Willow and Brooke, but I think I gotta put a little more emphasis on the slide coming. Yes! Dump! I gotta kill it. That's my fault. Great set. Yeah, it's all good, guys. We're putting really good things up in the back row. I'll put those balls down. That's on me. That's all on me. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. Ori is 3 for 4. She's got to stay.
She's killing fine.
Yeah, she's killing it fine. It's blocking. Who just did that? Right.
That was the middle, Kayla.
Awesome.
Jenna Rosenthal looking at the stats, taking responsibility, telling her team she's got to kill it. But as a captain, you have to lead in that huddle.
You do have to lead. And speaking of leaders, but Dania De La Cruz, you've heard us mention it a couple of times. She's recalled to her national team, so she is not here this weekend. She's participating in the Pan Am Games. She is not eligible to serve as a captain in week 4. She is eligible to be drafted. She will be back for Sunday's games. She is expected to miss Friday, and so she will return to Athletes Unlimited. She's still going to be close enough to the top, though. She's that good.
Well, it's going to be interesting because they won't have her Friday. How or where will she go in the draft?
First.
You think so?
I still think so.
Okay.
I agree with you. I had the same thought, and then I stopped down for a minute and thought, do you draft Betty? And then I thought, yes, you do. Should be no question. Outside, Luke's blocked, out of bounds. Team Hilly finally gets a point back on the board. Key Michael, you were in the huddle with him.
In the huddle, it was Willow Johnson doing most of the talking, saying, hey, they've adjusted to our tips. If you want to tip, it's not going to work anymore. We need to do something different, go to deep corners. Sydney Hilly chimed in with that and said, actually, you can still tip only on Alicia Childress right down the middle, but that's probably the only thing that's going to work. Look for hard-driven balls from here on out from the blue side.
I like it. Deep corner. That ball's in. Got to keep your eyes on the prize.
He changed his call to linesman and pointed in at the end of the play.
Yeah, our R1 had already said in as well. He was getting some direction, I think, too. And now we'll have a conference because we have a challenge. We'll get a definitive look at it. Holly McPeak, you can weigh in.
I need to move back up the leaderboard, so let's see. I think that ball's in.
That's right. I think you're going to pass Key Michael with that call.
Yes.
Still trailing Missy Whittemore, but it's all right. Oh, see, you gotta keep your eyes on the prize. You can turn and deflect with the leg, but you have to keep your eyes on the ball. That's the rule. You are in harm's way if you're on the line. Got to make the call here. That ball awarded to Team Rosenthal. So Team Hilly looked like they had the opportunity to run away with it as they did in the first set, extending a 4-point lead that they carried all the way to a 25-20 victory. Team Rosenthal, however, here called a timeout. Now they are in control of the momentum. They trail by 3 in the overall. Oh, make it 2. Oh, sorry, make it 1. I was watching the linesman that time.
Katie Meyer, the up referee, called that ball in. It looked like Kayla Caffey was there, but hesitated, thinking that ball was out.
I think that's our 3rd overrule of this match. That was a big one for Team Hilly. Dig by the team captain. Cruz, and that ball ticked the top of the tape and fell for 21.
Emma Willis there, but couldn't play it up off the deflection, off the tape. Childress pushes it out to that pin. Cruz off the block, catches Willis high.
That ball may have been in, may have been out. Played and gone. Another point for Rosenthal, 22-19. Team Hilly has one more timeout.
What a turnaround, and Jenna Rosenthal's team picking up their defense.
All right, Coach McPeak, timeout right now?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're 3 points down.
With potentially 3 to go. Another opportunity. Chaussee plays it, calls for it. Dug by Hilly. Willis got it that time. Luke's way wide. 23-19.
Both swings in that last rally from Team Rosenthal, they're attacking the right back defender, which is Sydney Hilly. So even if she digs it, another player who's not the setter has to step in, and that set's not going to be as good.
Since that timeout, Team Rosenthal 13-5. That's gone. Way gone. Big side out here, 45-43. The overall Hilly still with the lead there. Remember, that's worth 60 team points. If you can win that overall, it's worth 40 for any one set. Team Hilly already has plus 40. Team Rosenthal looking for their first plus 40 in this match. The captain, yeah, got a lot of that one, and it will be a set point opportunity for the women in purple.
6'5", Jenna Rosenthal going flat off the hands, over the heads of the defense. Nice point out of the middle, going off 1 foot.
For 40 team points and a tie in the overall, headed to set 3. Ari Cruz. Working on that deep line. Stalzer with the dig on the money. Where do you go? Chaussee again. Both sides taking big cuts. Chaussee, third swing of the rally. Pokes it to the corner. Would like to have seen a swing there if you were wearing purple. And you don't like to see that. Willow Johnson ponies up and takes a cut. But Team Rosenthal seems to think there was a net violation in the middle of that rally. Did you see anything, Holly McPeak?
I did not. But there's a challenge, so we're going to get another look at it.
All right, as scored, it is 24-21. It would be a second set ball opportunity for Team Rosenthal. And remember how consequential this is, because the overall is 46-44 there at the bottom. If you reverse it, completely different situation. I thought that one was going to be the kill for it. Claire Chaussee got all of it.
She did. Sasa came up with a huge dig. And then look at that one. Sasa on fire defensively. Sasa out of Brazil. 2008 gold medalist.
Yeah, she's read the book of Chaussee. It appears at least once.
3 digs in a row in that last rally.
Now there's where they thought the net occurred, was on that tip. I thought Chaussee was going to get a big cut at that ball. That was high, vertical. That's just the kind of thing those big jumpers like.
I know. I felt like it was a tiny bit tight and the rhythm was off.
And yeah, I think you're going to get the net violation. Not at the top of the tape.
Emma Willis at the bottom, it looked like. She did stop playing, so I was curious about that.
So watch Emma Willis inside on the left-hand side of your screen. There.
Yep. Good spot, Kevin Barnett.
And she may have caught the bottom cable.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
So I think I'm going to write this one down. I believe this will go 25-20. But it doesn't.
Wait. So she didn't see that. Okay.
There's a discussion going on between Alicia Childress and Patty Rolfe, and whatever was said is acceptable.
It was a friendly chat.
It was. All right, so second opportunity to close it for Team Rosenthal. And we've got to figure out maybe a lineup check here. Make sure everyone is inside the field of play and in the correct rotation. Been a pretty good rotation for Team Hilly to score. And they do it again.
Wow, able to stop Jenna Rosenthal on the slide and score on that tight ball. Willow Johnson ready for it to come over. Good heads-up play there.
What could have been a tied score in the overall, headed to set 3, has now turned into a Hilly 3-point advantage. Third chance to close. Creeping ever closer is Team Hilly. Captain again. Doug again. Willow Johnson, nothing to be done there. Chassé finally ends our second set, 25-22.
What a comeback for Team Rosenthal, and it all started with that timeout.
Indeed it did. A timeout called at 14-10. Team Rosenthal trailing at that moment. Turns into a 25-22 victory. And now just a 2-point advantage for Team Hilly carries into our third set. 47-45. Claire Chassé and Team Rosenthal looking for a victory.
Andrew, our creative director, tell me what is different about the medals this year because they are so cool.
Thanks, Key. The medals this year were designed by Lisa Eisenberg of Kitella and hand fabricated in her studio in Colorado. And the theme is really sustainability. All elements of it are eco-responsible. And that is the metal comes from recycled road signs that she has repurposed or upcycled into making the medals. It includes balls that were used by the athletes in volleyball last season. It has handmade rivets and use water jet cutting and no chemicals and adhesives. They're completely sustainable and really fun and beautiful.
They are so cool. Can I touch them or do I need a glove?
No, you can touch them even without a glove. There, you have gold.
I have gold. I'm not going to be winning it this year or ever, but somebody, this one's for you. Good luck, whoever you are.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited. It is 47-45. Team Hilly up by 2, but there's lots more volleyball to play and medals to win. And I'm here with one of the winners from last season. Nasi, what does it feel like to win an Athletes Unlimited medal?
I mean, it feels amazing. It feels like you got the job done. It was very unexpected as a setter to get a medal, but I guess my defense showed up and helped me there with that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations for that. Good luck for this year to both of you. Thanks.
There you go. There's some volleyball love from across the globe.
Love it.
Welcome to set 3. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympians Holly McPeak and Key Michael as we get ready for the deciding set. Remember, in Athletes Unlimited Volleyball, you play 3 sets every single time. And the overall is scored on the aggregate. So it's 47-45, our overall score right now. Team Hilly with the advantage as we begin at 0-0 in this set to 25, win by 2. All right, what makes the difference here in this set, Holly McPeak? I was just looking at some middle play for Team Hilly. Karis Watson, 5 of 9, 2 stuffs, 3 assists. Emma Willis, 7 of 10. You said you like when 54 hits the ball, and they've been scoring in her service rotation.
Yeah, I mean, the middles were the difference. I talked about the rights at the top of the show. They had good starts, but have kind of fizzled, and it's been all about the middles on both sides.
Yeah, Team Rosenthal has been looking for a solution to that right side. They have Lindsay Stalzer in there, 3rd player to play that position in this weekend for them as Jenna Rosenthal collects the first kill. On the other side, it's been a more efficient performance from Willow Johnson than we've seen. She's cut down the errors, 8 kills, 1 error, 1 block on 24. That's 250. There's definitely some upside to be had there, but 250 is better than where she's been the last couple matches.
Definitely.
We'll see if they give it to Johnson. Ailing a little bit with a back injury. Set over's good. No one even in the vicinity.
Sydney Hilly is really good on that set to the middle of the court, but it starts with a good pass, and with Neneviller and White in the back row, Hilly's going to get really nice first contacts.
Yeah, you can't leave a campfire unattended like that. So back in that rotation with Willis. Good pause by Hilly to get underneath it with the platform. Johnson, point scoring, not this time. Chaussee, there's a pull down the line. There's some variation. A lot of +5s here for Diggs. Another long rally. Pushing the pass. And the pace off Watson and out of bounds.
Karis Watson continues to affect this match, driving offensively in transition, and Hilly has so much confidence feeding all her hitters.
6 for 10 for Karis Watson. Stalzer leaves it. Cruz gets aggressive with it and a little bit too much. 3-1 Team Hilly.
Good short serve, catches Caffey, and Team Rosenthal way out of system on that last play.
More defense from Team Hilly. More Willow Johnson. Good high, hard attack. They finally stop Karis Watson.
Alicia Childress and Kayla Caffey there to block that ball, knowing that she's been the hot hitter in the middle and that Hilly wants to feed her middle attackers in transition.
Claire Chaussee is at 47 attempts already, and we've just begun this set. 16 attempts on reception, that's second on the team. No touch called, at least on the far side, but it is called on Willow Johnson's side. And Kayla Caffey wants to know who it was. And no one responded, so we're looking at a potential challenge, and then it's waved off. Overpass. Gone. Put away. Lukes.
And Team Hilly attacking Claire Chassé, trying to load up the responsibility that's already on her plate. Make her pass every ball, make her attack every ball, trying to wear down the talented rookie.
AUProsports.com/tickets. You have 2 more weekends to be here. Join us in Mesa. Friday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Time's going to change for the last weekend, but all the matches are effectively at the same time. 4 o'clock here.
Kayla Caffey with her 6th kill out of the middle.
So if you're watching on TV, and a slight change to the time, but if you're here in Mesa, Arizona, come on out. Watson, perfect connection. What a delivery from Hilly.
Watson just hammers this ball, fast arm through the seam of the block. Starts with a good pass from Katie Lukes, and then look at how fast she gets on top of this ball, attacking it right between the 2 blockers through that seam, that little space. I love the way Kayla Caffey gets up and hits that ball. She hits that gap right between the right side and the middle, and she's very effective at going wrist away.
Caffey's going to sail that one long. Team Hilly's going to hold a 3-point lead here, and they're going to hold an overall advantage of 5. This is a 100-point set. Johnson down the line. No swing to be had. Johnson plays her defensive spot perfectly. And the ball is paid off on the left-hand side by Nuneviller.
Willow Johnson started that out with this strong free ball pass, and then Hilly pushing that out to Nuneviller, going flat off the hands. We've seen her use the whole court offensively.
Leaderboard drops in. You see Hilly climbing up the leaderboard, 18-24. Still not a lot separating Chassé, Valentin Anderson, and Nuneviller from Sydney Hilly. Remember, there's 100 team points available just in this set alone. That will have huge impacts on our leaderboard.
Fast push down the line by Brooke Nuneviller, and it looks like Team Rosenthal's going to challenge whether that ball was in or out.
And we do have, in fact, another captain's challenge. 2 captain's challenges per team per set. You do not keep them, as you do in the international game and now collegiately.
Brooke Nuneviller goes high down that line. Claire Chassé chasing.
In or out, Holly McPeak?
In.
I agree.
On the line.
Key Michael?
I had to jump in because it's an easy one. Give me point. It's obviously in. I want to get credit for it.
Yeah, you just want to move up the leaderboard, but we get to move up as well.
Darn it. So we cancel each other out.
Yeah, you're like MVP 3. That's what you are. Since you were the 3rd person to say it was in, you will get 20 points. I think Holly McPeak's going to get 60 on this one.
Ooh, thank you. I needed that.
I don't know. Last time all 3 of us saw the touch and it wasn't called on Emma Willis. So.
Yeah, on the net violation.
Yeah,
right.
We all took negative points.
Yeah. Ball was called in.
So Karis Watson at the line. Team Hilly, 5-point lead and an overall 56-49 advantage. Chassé, smooth side out.
Really nice. That's one of the best swings of the match for her so far. That one out of the back row.
Ball inside, Nuneviller with the winner. So those outsides that you talked about, with the workload that they have, we're getting down to crunch time. Both sides going Yeah, it's headed to the OHs.
And Sassad handles it for Team Hilly with a good pass. She falls back, but gets the ball to where it needs to go to run the offense.
Cruz down the line. Hilly playing more exceptional D there. Johnson still looking for kills. Those are some good swings. They're high, but they're right into the middle blocker. Thrown wide by Rosenthal. Hilly laid off it smartly. Key Michael, fresh off her point-scoring opportunity, has more.
Well, I chatted to Sydney Hilly earlier about how she drafted her team. She said, I wanted a terminal outside and a ball control outside. The problem was in the first match, she got neither. Someone needed to step up this week. It's been none of it. She went from just 7 kills on Friday to 19 last night, doing fantastic here tonight. I asked Willow Johnson about her. She said, I love her energy. She's a beast. When it's game time, it's game time. She can also play the ukulele and has a beautiful voice. She's from Chandler, Arizona. She's a native to this area, always has family at the game. In fact, that baby we saw last night in the stands was her niece. And her mom, Beth, was at the game, said she's got work in the morning, so we're going to have a little sleepover at Claire's tonight. And she looks well rested, I'd say, having mom at home.
I love it. I had a chance to catch up with Beth. Brooke Nunaville are having a lot of fun out here. Beth said, yeah, this is the way that their athletes are treated, the way the league is constructed. So much fun.
I was in Oregon yesterday for Stanford versus Oregon collegiate match, and I talked to Matt Ulmer, her head coach. It's like, you know, we don't have anybody like Brooke who wills us to win. We have to win when she's on the court. She wants to win every drill, every play, every point, and she makes it happen.
Well, the coverage making it happen there, keeping this rally alive. Johnson one-on-one, finally. Not a well-formed block, and the 44 finds a point.
Team Hilly wearing down Team Rosenthal. Big hole in the block and quick attack from Willow Johnson on that right side.
10 kills for Johnson. Hit it a little softer. Yeah, frustration for Brooke Nunaviller. That's the one comes off your hand and you just want to crawl into a hole. As soon as it happens. Yeah, that's no good. Rosenthal been serving at a top level. Putting Luke's in trouble again. Boy, two players playing the ball a couple of times here for Team Hilly. No doubt this time. White, bump set. Someone's going to get a good swing here. Johnson. Cruz digs it. Wide. Good contact, but too far to the right.
The Team Rosenthal got lucky on that because they had 2 dig opportunities that they could not get a swing out of, and then a hitting error ends that rally in favor of Team Rosenthal.
Now it keeps Jenna Rosenthal at the line where she already has 2 aces in this match. Was on the Athletes Unlimited Volleyball Dream Team last year. Jenna Rosenthal in her first season with AU. And now you can tell as a captain among the league leaguers in 23. With plays like that, perfect dig. That's gonna have to go. Chaussee, left side. No. Set over, and the fire is still burning while no one is there. Someone call Smokey the Bear on Team Rosenthal.
Right? Campfire defense, and this contact by Kendall White puts it right in Sydney Hilly's hands, and she has established that attack. Maybe she gets you once, but she cannot get you repeatedly. She's been able to score.
14-8. That overall still in the balance here if they can get a comeback. Team Rosenthal in this set. Remember, we had just a 2-point lead. Hilly and Rosenthal's Hilly 47-45 entering this set. So magic number really doesn't mean anything in this one. It's 24. Whoever wins this set's going to win. We could end up with a situation where if Rosenthal wins a deuce set, we go golden set again for another Monday evening. And just the 3rd time in history. Well, there is about only the 3rd time in this match where it's been one-on-one for Willow Johnson. She converts again, and it's 15-9.
Team Hilly in system. Good pass right there by Brooke Nunaviller, and then Willow Johnson isolated on the right side. Advantage hitter every time, one-on-one.
Can it be another comeback by Team Rosenthal? They took a timeout early. This time they let it ride to the technical. Brooke Nunaviller and Team Hilly looking to close. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is sponsored by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. (15-9). Team Hilly seizing control over Team Rosenthal here in the third set. We have now opportunity to spend a little time with Jenna Rosenthal, the captain of Team Rosenthal. Jenna, you took an early timeout right before the technical, almost the same score in set 2. Why let it ride in set 3?
You know what? So we were searching for our momentum in set 2, and we had that. It may seem like we're stalling out a little bit now, but I really liked what we proved to ourselves and the other team by taking the set early. So now I feel like we can find it our own way and settle it out. No two situations are exactly the same.
In the second set, I saw you looking at the stats. What were you looking for?
We were just checking general efficiencies of our outside hitters, or our pin hitters, just because that they carry a huge load. Kayla is doing an absolutely fantastic job. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're bringing that back. Kayla's doing an absolutely awesome job, but she's primarily in perfect situations, whereas our outsides carry a bulk of the weight when we're out of system, so I wanted to make sure we were being as efficient as we could out there. Okay, good.
Block from Caffey, and yeah, some positive momentum for your side there. We wondered coming in with all the outsides struggling, your numbers struggling in the last match, did you consider changing the setter?
We did consider, but I really liked what sort of gravitas and leadership Alicia brings to this team, as well as with her maturity, she is able to accept minor criticism and tweaks from what our outside hitters needed, and I think she was able to make that positive change tonight, so we kind of stuck with her.
Okay, and then one other possible change, you have your third player at opposite. Is this the last possible solution, or do you have something else in your pocket?
Oh, there's always backup solutions, but we haven't even touched the ultimate nuclear plan.
Okay.
No, we got options, but I really like what Lindsay's doing out there, and it's about time she's gotten a chance to show her stuff here at AU.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for a purple mushroom cloud.
Sounds great.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
16-10, Team Hilly. (63-55), the overall lead for Team Hilly. They're looking for their first win on the weekend as that ball is thrown down, and always have to watch and wait and wonder if that's going to be called or not called.
Kayla Caffey with her 8th kill. Little throw down crossbody. She's hit some. That's one of the few that she's thrown down.
Inside X, dug up. Nicely done by Caffey. More middle defense. Claire tracks that one. Nearly won on the free ball. Stalzer takes an aggressive swing, and it's just long. Key Michael.
All right, you know it's all about the middles, but in particular, I asked Emma Willis, what is different now about this set versus the last set? She said, we're stopping the purple runs, our mindset's a bit better, and we're cutting down on errors. Specifically, one person they need to slow down, Kayla Caffey. And she's so tough because she hits outside of her body line. Really, you talk about it a lot, that wrist away. So I said, okay, what do you do to stop her? We need to dive into angle. We're putting 2 blockers up on her, and that's the best we can do right now.
Key Michael, if you were out there, how do you approach a hot middle hitter across from you? Where do you start doing? What's your comfort zone?
I Kong block.
Okay.
I just throw one arm in one direction, one arm in the other, and hope they don't hit me in the face.
Okay, giant split blocking. I love
Exactly.
it. You and David Lee.
That's probably where I learned it.
Opportunity here for Team Hilly. Willis. And the middle show we thought was coming later with Team Hentz, but it's happening right now with Team Hilly. Karis Watson, 9 kills on 14. Oh, pardon me, 8 kills on 14. And Emma Willis, 8 kills on 12. How about that? 16 kills on 26 attempts.
Those are good numbers. Jenna Rosenthal getting up a little bit slow after that play. She hit the ground.
This has to be fun for Emma Willis. Did not play a ton last year. Yeah, this is the most action she has seen on a regular basis is this weekend. And she is having herself a feast on it here, Emma Willis. 3 assist blocks to go with it. That ball, Doug, it's very high, but too close to the barrier.
What a set. Tight pass for Team Rosenthal.
You do not want to go into the cheese grater on these plays.
No, Alicia Childress goes up one-hand set to the gap to Jenna Rosenthal. Team Hilly pursues but can't run it down.
You may not know, but these LED boards, they have the effect of a cheese grater if you slide along them.
That's a terrible visual. Or
it's a bad visual, too, when it happens. Yeah, Chase Budinger on the beach has had it happen.
Ooh.
Seen a few athletes slide into these boards. Not here in Athletes Unlimited. They've avoided it. Sydney Hilly, only the 3rd player in league history, 30-plus assists and 20-plus digs. Funny enough, it's all setters who have done that. Bree King and Natalia Valentin Anderson, the other 2. Playing some right back defense and looking for the touch there. No touch called. And everyone's throwing the C, making the shape of a television, yelling the word challenge, or just jumping up and down angrily.
This time, Brooke Nundeviller chipping off the block or trying to down the line. Let's see the replay.
What do you think, Holly McPeak?
Ooh, I didn't see a touch on that one. Check the net cam. Ooh, got some.
There you go.
I think I see a little touch there, too.
Yeah.
All right, well, I will also say touch so I can at least get in for 20 points.
Was I second on that one?
Yeah,
Nice.
good job. Way to hit the buzzer, Key. We hope you at home are having some fun with these challenges and yelling at the people next to you. You see it or don't see it. And you are looking at exactly what the referee is looking at as well. So you're getting the true view of the instant replay booth. Excellent work by our crew. And in fact, excellent work by the officials off of that challenge. So we'll reverse the score back out to make sure that it's all put together properly. 21-12, solid control of this set and the match. 100 points still available, but Team Hilly looking like they're going to take a century here. That'll give some players definitely a step up on the leaderboard. Tough serve out of that delay. Chaussee goes long.
And Sydney Hilly coming out strong after the challenge. Aggressive serve, getting Team Rosenthal out of system.
I'm interested to see how the draft starts to take shape. What is the value of opposites? We've seen a lot of teams struggle with the opposite position as the wheels have come off for Team Rosenthal. And Jenna Rosenthal immediately indicating she would like a timeout, but she has to signal it the other direction.
She was
signaling, yeah, but it didn't take because it has to go the other way. Pancake saves the serve. No, it does not. That's an ace. And this will be the end here. If they can get this point, it will be 100 for all of Team Hilly, for a total of 140 team points in the match. More defense from Hilly. Johnson trying to put the exclamation on it, missed it.
Willow Johnson was trying to hit an impossible angle. She's got the range to do so, just misses that one wide, and now just one side-out opportunity.
I think, is that the angle that's made from beets? Is that, yeah, but it appears to be an angle, like Impossible Beef? Never mind.
Okay.
Here we go.
I know what you mean.
100-point ball. Redirect, not yet.
Ari Cruz with a tough serve. That ball was just a laser beam flat serve, and Team Hilly could not pass that ball.
Nunneviller puts an end to this one. So Brooke Nunneviller, you said they needed a big night from the lefts. 14 kills on 34. Going to hit right about the 400 mark. Pretty efficient night from Brooke Nunneviller and Team Hilly, who win 25-14 in the third and 72-59 in the overall. We had a number of aces, and for every ace during Athletes Unlimited season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Headed this week, it was 700 trees that were committed, and the winning side, well, they put some more in the ground. A couple of aces from their side and a couple of from other as well.
Jenna Rosenthal was extremely good for the line, serving that ball cross court into traffic. Brooke Nunneviller got a dribbler to drop for Team Hilly. Hilly getting a shank going cross court.
I like that, the dribbler to drop. That's going to go with the boom, boom down. There wasn't much of that here tonight. It was all about Team Hilly. 72-59, a very strong finish, emphatic 25-14 victory. Let's go down to Key Michael.
Karis, great win. 8 kills, 2 blocks. I'm always team middle, but great contribution tonight. How did it feel?
It felt great, honestly. We've been jonesing for a win, and we've had a lot of controversy this weekend, so it felt really good to finally come together and gel, and it was awesome. Great energy on the court.
Ooh, I want you to spill the tea, but I also want to know, because having had a little bit of time on the bench this season, now being on the court, you're finally getting a chance to show what you can do. Does it feel like that to you?
Yeah, but I try not to let it get to me too much. I mean, everybody on the bench is a star player, so it's just a matter of coming out and contributing how I can when my time comes. So yeah, I'm trying to just prepare the same way every day, whether I'm on the bench or whether I know I'm playing. So.
Well, we met a few years ago, about 4 now, I think, because you played in several different countries professionally. And I remember talking to you a few years ago when I was playing here, and you said, I would do anything to be at Athletes Unlimited. I would be the ball girl. I would bring bagels. Does it feel that good to be finally here?
Yeah, it feels awesome, honestly. It's a dream come true. A 2-year dream come true, but a dream. Yeah, it's awesome here.
Well, what's the plan going forward for the next couple of days? Bit of a rest? Are you going to go hang out somewhere in Phoenix? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of Arizona, maybe go to Sedona, and just spend time with each other. That's one good thing about AU is everybody's your friend, so yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Middles for MVP, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Karis Watson finally got an opportunity to really contribute to her team, and boy, did she make a difference. 8 kills, 5 blocks, and she was just a threat offensively and defensively for Team Hilly. Sydney Hilly feeding her perfectly in transition.
Yeah, the middle, a huge factor indeed, as was Brooke Nunneviller. She moves up to 4th on the overall leaderboard, and this is updated right now as we lead into our next match. So Nunneviller could be a captain in this next week unless she is overtaken by someone in our next match, not named Leah Edmond or Morgan Hentz. Sydney Hilly also potentially remaining in that position. All right, between matches, I'm going to take Key Michael and introduce her to some other players, outsides, liberos. Heck, maybe we'll even meet an opposite, who knows? We're going to be back at 9:30 Eastern. It'll be on ESPNU. We'll have more Athletes Unlimited volleyball for you. 2 undefeateds Team Hentz taking on Team Edmond. For Key Michael and Holly McPeak, I'm Kevin Barnett. Once again, our final score, Team Hilly 72-59, taking home a ton of team points and some enthusiasm as all those players now get ready to head to the draft. Where will they be next week is the question.